everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll diss my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some loose shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this.
Hey guys, how are we today? Well, I'll tell you how I'm doing. My phone Wi-Fi is not working, so I'm hoping that my computer Wi-Fi is working. So if you guys could let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. Let's see here. Oh, and I tried to do a poll. I'm not sure if I did that right. And Heather, shake your tail feather, girl. Shake it. Oh, Trista, it's so very good to see you. It's probably about time for you to go to work today. And Jennifer, it's always good to see you. And Heather, my friend. K-Braze, hey buddy, it's so good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. And anybody else that's here that's, hey True Crime Crazy, it's good to see you too. Case got a phone call about 30 seconds before, about 3 seconds before I pressed the song. So she'll come back to us. Hopefully it wasn't anything bad or, hopefully it'll be all right. So how's your guys' Monday so far? I know that a lot of us have, these cases get to a lot of us. And especially the kids' cases, it seems like there's an abundance of people that are doing awful things to their babies, man. And it just gets to be so much. And remember last week we did that live and we had about the baby that was saved during the tornado. And then we had the woman that her mom fell over the cliff, remember? And she was holding her up and she only had one arm. And that man came along and saved them, helped her save her mom. And then we had the little deaf dog that saved his family from the fire. You guys remember those? Those were really good stories. Hey, Nicole. It's always so good to see you. So I figured this week we could talk about. I found a few more stories like that, and I figured that we could talk about that, and that might help all of us out. Yeah. And we are streaming to both channels again. So if we're talking to somebody and you don't see them, they're probably on the other channel, and or vice versa. So it'll be okay. That's what it is. Okay, this first story that I want to tell you guys about is let me see here. Um, okay, so a lot of okay, wait, I found them. I'm at the right place now, you guys. Okay, first of all, and there's no updates about Sebastian that I can tell you guys about. Last night they did have a prayer vigil, and his bio dad did speak a little bit in an interview, but the rest of the interview is supposed to come out tonight on the news, so we might go over that when it comes out. But I'm speaking about him again because I do have a good happy ending about a 13-year-old boy that went missing. It was on, so you guys know that Sebastian went missing on the Sunday into the Monday morning. Well, this little fella went missing the Monday into the Tuesday morning, and he's 13 years old, Marcus, and he's from but he's nonverbal. You know, Sebastian is verbal. So, but this little guy, Marcus Tessier, he is nonverbal, and he went missing from Tucson, Arizona. And he was found, you guys. He was found safe 200 miles away on that Tuesday night. And this is his brother Michael and their mom Renee. And then this is little Marcus. So, you guys, this is what I'm praying for Sebastian too. And I tell everybody, we have to keep up the hope. We have to. I refuse to not right now. This is proof that miracles do happen. So I have a video that I wanted to show you guys about this. Let me see here. Right here. They don't really know how he ended up 200 miles away. He ended up at this Walmart trying to buy food and drinks, but he didn't have money. And so he ended up hiding in the bathroom, and then somebody noticed him because the Tucson Police Department had made a social media post. So that's why our social media posts are so very important, you guys. Hey, Fur Coat Mama. Good to see you. Yeah, so this is why our social media posts are so very important, you guys. And a resource officer from the school came down to make sure that it was Marcus, and they did identify him, and he did get to go home. But look at this, you guys. I wanted to show you this part right here. It says, when I couldn't find him, I realized that he went out, Renee Desmond said. I was looking in the backyard and I couldn't find him, so I went to my security camera and I was trying to find footage to see which direction he went. So we were wondering about that in Sebastian's case. We haven't heard if they had security cameras or not, or ring doorbells. But remember, the police said that Sebastian wasn't seen on any of those. So if they did have them, you think they would have mentioned that. But see, Renee, that's the first thing that she did. And then she immediately called the police, who began searching for Marcus. And right here also it says police got the bloodhound, and they were able to track him down Alturas to Fairview and down Grant to the train tracks, Renee Desmond said. It just stopped there. And this tells you guys how he was found and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you guys this video. We'll probably have an ad. So
when I get an emergency call,
yeah,
it's a race against the clock. Precision is key in these moments.
Hey,
Being an essential worker comes with a lot of responsibility. Taking care of my fellow residents gives me purpose. I'm proud to be a Comfort Dynamics technician.
Tired of the long wait for your water to heat up?
We were so lucky and blessed that he's come back to us, given the circumstances, and the odds.
A Tucson family is holding one of their own closer this evening.
Less than 48 hours after disappearing, 13-year-old Marcus Tessier is now reunited with his family. The teen, who is nonverbal and autistic, was found at a Walmart in Deming, New Mexico, nearly 300 miles away from where he was last seen. 13 News reporter Alex Valdez joins us live after sitting down with the family.
And Alex, how are they feeling tonight?
Well, Mary and Dan, as you can imagine, it's a mother's worst nightmare. Renee Desmond tells me the hours her son was missing, those were the worst hours of her entire life. She says that she woke up to that morning and was not able to find Marcus anywhere in sight. But tonight, the family is thankful and breathing a big sigh of relief after Marcus was found and is now safely back home.
He took off walking. And so it was just really scary.
Desmond says having a child disappear is something no mother should ever wake up to.
When I couldn't find him, I realized that he went out, and I was looking in the backyard and I couldn't find him. And so I went to my security camera and I was trying to find footage of, which direction he went.
After he wasn't found right away, she immediately called the police.
Can you guys imagine him not being able to verbalize he needed help or what his name was even? I bet she was so very worried about him. It's good that she had security cameras in this situation. And everything worked out good. I think this was a miracle in my book.
Police, they got the bloodhound, and they were able to track him down Alturas to Fairview, and then down Grant to the train tracks, and then it just stopped there.
From here, it's a mystery how Marcus got to Deming, but his aunt Helen Desmond has some theories.
So there's a possibility that he hopped on the train, but there's also a possibility that a semi at that time, like a driver stopping to get Dunkin' Donuts or something, just saw a vulnerable person and was like, hey, I'm heading this way.
And he saw a semi, and he's like, big truck,
let's go.
His aunt says posting on social media helped in the search.
We were all just so shocked, and being able to take pictures and hug him and hold him, it was just a very special moment.
The Desmonds say that as hard as it is not to blame themselves, it's important for people not to assume or judge why or how any child vanishes.
Children with special needs have those innate natures to want to be independent. He wants to do things, and we have to do it in a controlled environment, but not always can we get to it right then and there.
I told you guys that, well, you guys know that I don't have children myself, but I don't even know any children with special needs that I know of. And so his aunt saying that children with special needs, they want to really be independent, but they have to do it in a controlled environment, that helped me a lot to understand things a little bit better.
And so when those things happen, we just have to remember, we are human.
Yes, and tonight the family wants to send a big thank you to law enforcement and the community for helping bring their Marcus safely back home. They say without the help of the community sharing their post on social media, this could have been a far worse situation. Reporting live from Marana, Alex Valdez, 13 News.
If you
Sorry guys about that.
That's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, my best friend's having a pretty hard time with her daughter. All I really want to say about it is please pray for her. her daughter is my son's age, and she had a car accident, and it was an attempt at self harm. So
Oh no.
yeah,
Yes,
so
we'll
just
definitely pray for her.
yeah. So I'm sorry it took me so long on the phone, but me and this girl have been best friends. Have been friends since 8th grade. So I had to take that call.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
anyway, so I'm
Definitely.
sorry, guys, but
That's
I'm
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Um
your thoughts and prayers for her.
yeah. We got through our first happy ending so far, and a little fella in Tucson, Arizona. He's autistic and is actually nonverbal. But Sebastian went missing on Sunday night, and this little guy went missing Monday night. But he was actually found 200 miles away.
Oh wow.
That's great. Yeah. K-Ray
Yeah.
says, one of my best friends growing up was autistic and nonverbal. Everyone always treated him like he was nothing, but we learned how to communicate with each other, and I protected him. You know what, K-Brays? I could really see you protecting somebody like that. I really could.
Mhm.
And you all learning how to communicate, that's beautiful. We all should
Yep.
try to do that. Yes.
Exactly.
Hey,
Hey,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Hey, Wolfie.
Hey, Wolfie.
Wolfie, the other day I was thanking you for coming to my stream. I didn't want to say that publicly, but that's what I was thanking you for. Okay, you guys, this next happy ending, and I've been saying happy ending live, you guys, and then I thought about it, and I think that's like a whole different meaning, like happy endings. And so I'm gonna say, what could I say besides happy endings? Um, I'm not sure. I'll think about that. But the other story that I wanted to tell you guys about, It Mel actually showed it live, and I read about it too because I actually used to live in Louisville, and I used to go over this bridge sometimes, and it was on Friday the 1st on Clark Memorial Bridge in Louisville. And this bridge, you guys, it's so busy, it carries 24,000 vehicles a day over the river. And I wanted to show you guys this. Um, it was actually 4 vehicles were involved, and 2 people had life-threatening injuries. The semi truck driver, they took her to the hospital just as a precaution, but she ended up being fine, you guys. And look at this. So this is what happened. A lady got a new electric car, and she had owned an electric car before, but this car she'd only had for a week. And she said that it gave her 24 miles left on her battery, I guess. And so she thought, well, I'll get across this bridge, because she knew that it hadn't been acting right. And she said that she would get across the bridge and then call Carvana, I think is what she called it, to take this car back or get it fixed. But she said it just stalled right in the middle of the bridge, and she couldn't do anything with it. And so she had it had stopped on her, and in the other lane, a Mustang, I think it was, well, some car was trying to go around the Mustang and the truck, and anyways they ended up going in the separate lane, and that's what caused this chain reaction. And the lady driver, she's still unidentified, I think, but it said that she is a veteran of the armed forces, and she is this truck is called a Cisco truck. Oh yes, it was so scary to watch, you guys. And let's see, it was 100 feet above the water, so you can see it there. They said when they called for help, it took only 3 minutes for the fire department to be on scene. And then after that, it took 40 minutes for them to hook up their gear. And 29-year-old Bryce Carden, I think was the firefighter's name. Yep. He was a 6-year veteran, and after they arrived, it took 40 minutes for him to pull her up. And he said that when he got down there, she was really, really calm. And he needed her to help him get her hooked up and things like that. And she was super calm. And they actually prayed before they pulled her up. And I thought that was really
Oh,
cool.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. And it took after they rescued her, it took 7 hours before they pulled the semi back up, and then they kept the bridge shut down until that next Saturday night to assess the damages, and they said that the bridge wasn't damaged. So that's good, but I don't know. I don't know if I would ever be on that bridge again. They did say that the lanes were only 10 feet wide, which was, you guys, I have a camera on my car, right? And I still have trouble backing up and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine driving one of these big old trucks over a bridge
Mhm.
like that, 10 feet wide. I need like that much for my car, you know?
Yeah. My brother is a truck driver, and I don't see how he does it. Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. No. I have a video of this, you guys, and when I was playing it earlier, it was really low. So I looked for it on YouTube, and it was still really low on YouTube. So when I start playing it, if it's still too low, I have a second backup video we can watch. But you guys let me know, okay?
Move it.
A rescue maneuver along the 2nd Street Bridge, like something you'd see at the Thunder Air Show. But this is real life.
Semi hanging over the edge of the bridge, capping over the water. Only would get out of the cabin.
A crashed semi. The drive.
Is that too low for you guys to hear? Do you want me to go to the backup? Hey, NC Mountain Man, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, NC Mountain Man, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. NC, hey, Music City Mom. Hey, you guys just coming in. We're sharing. Hey, Debbie. It's so good to see you too. We're sharing happy stories today with good endings since so much has been going on, so much bad stuff. I'll start playing this video again. I have it turned up all the way. Can you hear it okay, Case? This video?
Yes, I can hear it. I can hear it okay.
Okay.
Driver praying and clutching anything she can grab in the truck cab, dangling hundreds of feet above the Ohio River, while a Louisville fireworker is lowered down to buckle her into a life-saving harness. They pause to pray some more together. Then she is slowly lifted up onto the 2nd Street Bridge for a second chance at life.
She held it together like a champ. But I will say the second she hit solid ground, she was able to let those emotions go.
What they're calling a once-in-a-lifetime rescue gets a round of applause, and the amazing story is getting around the country tonight.
This is Wave News at 11.
Welcome to Wave News at 11. I'm John Bull. We are learning new details tonight about the dramatic rescue of a semi-driver left dangling above the Ohio River following a crash while crossing the 2nd Street Bridge.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is making my stomach drop just watching it from here, man. I couldn't imagine. You guys know those videos? I had to go, this side note, I had to take an MRI the other day for my neck, and I was trying to explain to my friend how that it works. And have you guys seen on YouTube the videos where you can watch and you can move your camera around and it moves around? It feels like you're really in there. What if we had this video like that? Could you guys imagine? Oh my goodness. I have another video of just the rescue I'll show you guys after this.
I can't even imagine. Mm-mm.
Tonight, we're hearing from a driver on that bridge who witnessed the whole thing. Wave News reporter Noel Friel joins us live near the bridge, which is still closed tonight.
Yeah, John, this is the scene at the bridge right now. That semi truck has been towed away, and we're not seeing any crews here at the moment, but the bridge remains closed as the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet continues to assess the damages. I talked with one driver who was on that bridge today who tells me he witnessed the entire crash. He tells me he stayed with the driver of that semi truck until emergency responders arrived.
There's semi hanging over the edge of the bridge, cab hanging over the water. Driver unable to get out of the cab, but three other people involved.
The dramatic rescue of a semi-truck driver caught on our cameras Friday afternoon. The cab of the Cisco truck dangled over the edge of the 2nd Street Bridge. A female driver trapped inside, just feet from plunging into the Ohio River.
It's in
And I don't want to hear you guys that she's a woman driver and this is, that's what caused the crash and things like this. I went on Reddit and all of the truck drivers were saying how good that she actually did in this situation. So I don't want to hear none of that. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Happy. It's good to see you, buddy. And LSU Nancy Drew. I'm always so glad to see you guys.
tremendously lucky that it didn't go over.
Crews used a ladder to lower firefighter Bryce Carden to the driver's side of the rig. Carden gets the woman into a harness, telling her how she needs to secure herself so he can complete the rescue. Once the driver was secured, crews pulled them both back to solid ground. Louisville Fire completed the entire rescue within 40 minutes of arriving on scene.
Thank God. That's what she kept saying. Thank God. And I told her, I said, just take a deep breath. And then here's what I need you to do. Because I needed her to assist in, moving certain ways to be able to get the harness on right. And once we did that, we got her free of the seatbelt and she was on my system. So I knew that we were good from there. We just needed to bring her on up.
Carden, who has been with the department for 6 years, specializes in high angle rescues.
I was not nervous at all going over the edge because I knew that they had me on the top side. Once I reached her, she was super calm, collected, and helped me do what I needed to do to get her to safety, essentially.
One of the drivers on the bridge when the crash happened was Phil Goller. He says it all started when a pickup truck was...
This Phil guy, he actually yelled down to the driver to keep her calm. And he said that she kept asking him, well, how much of my trailer is hanging over? And he said he didn't want to tell her, but he ended up telling her the truth. And he said that when they were getting everybody off the bridge so that they could rescue her, that he really hated to leave her. So that's a good dude.
Was swerving through traffic.
And then he passes the Mustang that was in front of us. And by the time he passes him, the traffic was stopped in front of us. And he smashed right into them people. And I was like, I see all that, but then his truck went head on into the semi.
That's when he says the semi lost control and went through the guardrail. Goller hopped out of his car and yelled down to the driver. He stayed with her until emergency.
So it was the truck. The truck went around the Mustang and the electric car was in front. It doesn't say it here that the electric car is what caused the accident, but I found another video and I promise you guys that's what it said.
Emergency crews cleared the scene.
Constantly asking, how much longer, how much of my trailer is hanging off the bridge. And didn't really want to tell her, but I told her the truth. I mean, I was like, it's over halfway. You're hanging over half, your trailer's hanging halfway off. I said, do you have a full load on? She's like, yes. And I was just trying to tell her to be calm. Everybody's on their way.
The crash involved 4 vehicles in total. 2 people involved in the crash were taken to U of L hospital with life-threatening injuries. The semi-driver wasn't seriously hurt, but was taken to the hospital as a precaution.
She wasn't seriously hurt, you guys. This is a miracle too, in my opinion, an absolute miracle. I wanted to show you guys this just the video of the rescue part of it. Let me do that now. Hey, Vanessa. It's good to see you. Let me see here. This video doesn't have any sound. Oh no, that's the wrong one, guys. Let me find it. Let me find it just a second. Okay, I have it now. I'm coming back to you guys. Let me come back. Okay, this one doesn't have any sound. So don't be worrying about your if you don't have any sound. Well, hang on. I'm gonna have to share my whole screen, I think. I'll show you guys right here. Can you guys see it now? Look at that. Oh my goodness. He said, the firefighter said that once he got down, going down, that he wasn't worried about falling or anything because he knew the guys at the top had him. He was just worried if she was going to freak out and he would have trouble with her. He did have to cut her seatbelt to get her out. You guys, it was only 40 minutes. We say only 40 minutes, but could you imagine hanging like that for 40 minutes, not knowing if they would be able to get down there and get you? That's 100 feet. Oh my goodness.
I can't
Look
even
at it.
imagine.
It's barely hanging on there, looks like to me. Oh my goodness. And he said that she wasn't saying a whole lot until they got her up there, and she kept thanking God. So they prayed before they started their way back up, and then when they got up, she kept thanking God. I would be too. Oh, you guys, I think that okay, I'm gonna have trouble getting back to you guys. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You're fine, girl. Just take a deep breath. You're fine.
Cammy, I know 40 minutes would seem like 40 hours hanging upside down like that almost. Oh my goodness. And you know what else I was thinking too? Oh, something's playing somewhere. Okay, I got it. I was just thinking about the few truck drivers that I've known, and then somehow I get down these rabbit holes on YouTube, like the craziest places. And one time it was about truck drivers, and they all have dogs. Well, a lot of them have dogs or cats or something to keep them company on the road. And I was just thinking that whole time, what if she had an animal in there with her? And I'm not. It wouldn't have been buckled in, I wouldn't think. And so there's no way that they could have saved it. And I was just thinking that's really good that that she didn't have an animal with her. This is my first poll that I made too, you guys. We'll check it at the end and see. I think that yes, I do. I have one more story, you guys. And you guys won't believe this either. Okay, on April the 13th of 2022, Chris and her daughter Kristen, and then Kristen's 14-month-old daughter. Kristen was about to have her second child, and because preemie babies were a regular, in her family, she was scheduled the next week to have an induction. but she was having really bad sharp pains. And so her mom said, well, we need to get in the car. We need to get to the hospital. And they were on their way, and it was raining pretty bad. And they needed to make it 11 more miles, but they didn't. They hydroplaned and ran into a temple, and this was the fence that they ran into. That's bad enough, right? But right before they wrecked, Kristen said that she was in the middle row, and her baby came out. The baby came out, and she said then the windows started breaking around her, and they wrecked. And when they wrecked, the police said, they asked her mom, well, where's the baby? And she said, well, it was inside of her, but now it's not. And it does have a happy ending, you guys. They did find the little baby, and I want to show you guys that video now. We have another ad here. Okay, and this was the little preemie only ended up having to stay 10 days in the hospital. And Kristen said that you wouldn't think that, that you would have thought she would have been born normally. She didn't even have a scratch on her. And the grandmother said it was a miracle. That baby's a miracle. They ended up finding it in a little pocket under the seat. And I'll show you guys this video now. It does have footage from the body cam that night. We have another ad. Hang on, guys.
It's a story you'll see only on Fox 5 tonight. We're now hearing from the woman who gave birth in the middle of a car accident during a frantic ride to a Gwinnett hospital.
It's just unforgettable video. In the pre-dawn darkness of that accident scene, a horrifying moment when no one could find the newborn baby. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis shows us that miracles really can happen.
The mother and the grandmother, little Sia Anderson, picked her up here just 10 days after she came into this world during one wild ride.
And it was just unbelievable to me. God just really, it was a miracle. That baby's a miracle.
Chris Yvette still has not watched the police body cam video from April 13th, recorded after she hydroplaned her SUV in a mad dash to get her pregnant daughter to the hospital before she gave birth. They skidded to a stop at the entrance to the Hindu temple in Lilburn, 11 miles short, and suddenly one missing baby.
Huh? We were trying to get to the hospital to give birth. Gave birth to the car.
Where's the baby at?
We don't know.
We see a lot of bad, sad stories, you guys. And when I come across this on YouTube, I just saw the body cam at first. And I didn't know the story or anything behind it. And I just thought, what happened to this baby? I thought that the grandma and the mom were possibly lying and they had done something to the baby. And Music City Mom, that was actually one of our stories that we did last week. We did this last week too, of 3 happy stories, and the baby that was found in the tornado that was found in the tree. We spoke about him last week. We sure did. Yeah. Yeah, and his name is Lord. You guys remember me telling you that? Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah. So I thought maybe these people were lying and they had done something to the baby. So I'm glad that the cops didn't stop looking for it.
I was just trying to get to the hospital.
Kristen Duvet remembers sitting in the back seat trying to deal with her 14-month-old daughter, Ty.
That's when the baby, popped out, and I was about to grab her, and next thing you know, the car just links, and everything is going crazy, glass is breaking.
She got us out of the car, and that's when she told me, I can't find the baby. I gave birth and can't find the baby, and from that point on, I, pretty much lost it. So
where was the baby at?
In her womb. She was coming. She was giving birth. I went back to the car to try to look for my baby as I'm holding this one, and it was just like completely impossible. Everything was everywhere.
Yes, you guys, and her worrying about her 14-month-old baby too, and this baby. So I couldn't imagine. And then the grandma worrying about all three of them. So it was a bad situation.
Police searched the area around the car, worried the baby may have been thrown out during the crash. All Kristen and her mom could do was stand to the side and watch and pray.
I was dying inside, but I really, had to keep it together for my mom and my baby.
It took only a few minutes for Lilburn police officer Cepeda Huff to find Sia tucked into an empty space under the middle seat.
Is baby alive? She wasn't crying any or nothing like that. She was peaceful. We got your baby. And other.
Yeah, she wasn't even crying, you guys, at all. I just couldn't imagine. Like, babies go through it being born. Yeah. Babies go through it being born. Yeah. Being born and then imagine that being the first thing when you're on this planet, crazy.
Other ambulance, okay?
Is she okay?
Looks to be fine. She's moving, breathing, just fine, okay? They're being checked out right now.
That's why I call them our angels, because they were just there on the scene and they just took charge and found her.
Sia was in the neo-intensive care unit for 10 days at Northside Gwinnett because she was a preemie. She suffered only some minor scratches to her legs, but goes home with no required medications.
She was only 4 pounds, you guys. When she was born, she was like 3.9, I think. And when she ended up going home, she was still just only 4 pounds. Did you guys see it? That itty bitty thing. It'd be so hard to find anyways. Oh, this is a miracle too in my mind, you guys. Case, how much did your babies weigh?
The oldest one weighed 6'12", and the oldest one weighed 7'9".
That's still not really big babies, but that's way bigger than her.
They were expecting the youngest one to weigh less than 5 pounds. In fact, they told us the day before he was born he would probably end up in the NICU. I had a lot of nausea while I was carrying him. I didn't gain a lot of weight, but yeah, he weighs 6'12".
Jennifer, that you may be right. So tiny and then rolling under in that little pocket. She could have easily flown through that window, you guys. One of those windows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything is just, like nothing happened. Like she just came here normal.
Sia's mom said the hospital told her that her little girl was strong, a fighter, and she'll have the video when she grows up to prove it. In Lawrenceville, Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
Wow.
You guys, his name was Randy Travis. That reporter's name was Randy Travis.
I was trying to find a video that we actually witnessed in 2013 or 2014. We were on the interstate in Chattanooga, and I had passed an 18-wheeler, and then traffic slowed down, and all of a sudden we heard the awfulest commotion, y'all. I have never heard anything like that in my life. A woman ran up under that 18-wheeler. Well, my husband and my dad told me, said, stay in the car, let us go see. And I'm like, no, I'm a nurse, I'm supposed to go. And they're like, no, stay in the car. You do not need to see what we think we're about to see. They said the man was basically decapitated. Well, we couldn't figure out why they were, there was a off-duty paramedic that was also on the interstate, and he stopped, of course, to help. And they were digging, trying to get in through the back window of the car. Their child was buckled in their car seat, and she was unharmed. They flew her from the scene, but she was unharmed. I kept up with her story for years. She went to live with her grandparents, but it still
Aw.
caused her some impact.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a
But
miracle
yes,
too that she was unharmed.
so yes, I believe in miracles. And as if, that family had really, really have that mom and dad were on their way to be with their family because the husband's grandfather had passed away that morning.
Oh my goodness. So that family lost 3 people in one day.
3 people in one day. Yep.
Mm.
And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to Google it because it was, I used to could find the on the internet, but I can't find it today. But sorry guys, mom duty. I had to turn on the dryer.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see what our poll ended up. Let's see here. Well, I know how to do it now, at least. Well, where did my... Well, it ended, and I didn't get to see what the answers were.
Well,
Oh my
wait a
goodness,
minute.
you
Hold
guys.
on. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh, I see.
Ah,
We had 96% yes and 3% no. We had out of 31 votes. Thank you guys for voting on that. I absolutely believe in miracles too. I really
I do
do.
too.
Yeah.
I really do too.
There's no explanations for a lot of things, and well, you guys know how I am about my faith, so I believe it's God too. Speaking about God, you guys, yesterday I made a new community post, and thank you guys for liking and commenting on there. I always have a new one every Sunday, and you guys can. There's Debbie. She's already got it. Thank you, Debbie, so much. Yeah, if you guys want to,
Thank you.
yeah, if you guys want to get in my Discord, just email me, no problem.
If you
Thank
guys
you
want
guys
to
all.
help me build up my sorry, Mo, I didn't mean to talk over you. I'm so sorry. If you guys want to
No,
help
that's
me
okay.
build up my TikTok, let me get my if I can find it
Have a
again.
good day, Heather. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and I would really appreciate it if you could go follow me on TikTok. I haven't gotten a whole lot on there yet. I'm trying to figure it out, but yeah, I would really appreciate it if you could follow me on TikTok.
Yeah. We still can't figure it out, you guys, on StreamYard. If Case posts, it still says me because we're streaming to both channels, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys, I think that doing these happy stories, it really helps me, you guys, and I think other people have told me that it helps them too because of all the bad that we see. It's so bad lately. Like I said, it seems like more and more children's cases, and it's awful. And so I think it's good for us to kind of take a respite and remember self-care and remember that it's not always bad, that there is good in the world and there is good things and miracles that still happen. And that's why I'm holding out hope for Sebastian, you guys. I just have to. And hopefully next week he'll be added to our good ending stories. Hopefully. I'm
Oh,
still
Heather
praying for
Licious,
that.
that would be great if you could find some things to share. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Could I ask y'all a question about the investigation, about the wording with Sebastian? Okay. I know it was a search, they were searching for him. and now the police are saying it's an investigation. Do you think that they're suspecting a bad outcome?
Well, I think at first that they really thought that he left the house on his own, and so he was out there in the wilderness, and they were trying their best to find him. But after there was no scent and the no he wasn't captured on camera anywhere, that they are, there's no explanation for it, and so they've turned more to the investigative side too. Oh, we do have to correct one thing that Case said in her live the other night, you guys.
Yes.
I didn't send Yeah, I didn't
Please
send my
correct it.
message to her very clearly, and she said that they got a tip to investigate the landfill from East Tennessee, but actually it was a tip of a sighting that they thought was him that they checked out, and it didn't end up being him. So that was the tip that they got from East Tennessee.
Okay. Music City Mom said they called in EquiSearch, and they were at the visual last night.
Oh, yeah. I'm really interested to see what his bio dad said. I seen a little piece of it on the news from this morning, but I'd like to hear it. It seems like he's still suspicious of the mom and the stepdad. Trista
I
says it's
still
good to do.
say,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. There you go. Go ahead.
Trista said it's good to do this. It helps tremendously to see good things and miracles that God does. Hopefully, I was thinking about that to find good and positive stories and testimonials. Absolutely, Trista. And anybody that,
Amen.
anybody that finds any can email them to me or send them to me in Discord. And if you guys have your own stories of miracles, you could come up and tell us. That'd be great too. Yeah.
Exactly. And just so you guys know, sometimes I've been going live at night between 9 and 9:30. You're welcome to join. I usually pin the StreamYard link in my pinned comments. You're welcome to come up. If you're nervous about coming up, just think of it as we're just all friends, just sitting around talking. If you get up there, you realize, hey, I'm too uncomfortable. I don't like this. No one will take offense if you step down.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that you're welcome.
You guys, I was on one other panel for about 2 minutes, but I have never even been on anybody else's panel before I started doing this. Me and Case streamed together, and this is and I've done 2 streams, I think, all by myself. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Seriously. For real.
Yeah. It's Mo was very hesitant to even mod for me. We've come a long way.
Yeah, we have.
We've come a very long way.
Yeah.
Debbie, you're welcome on my panel. You're welcome to come up on panel. We just chit chat.
Yeah.
One thing that I do not tolerate, and Mo is the same way. We don't tolerate bullying. We don't tolerate any type of making fun of anyone for any reason, for speech impediments, things like that. No, that's a no-go. That will get you booted. That will get you removed from the channel, and there won't be any questions asked. Don't ask to come back if you won't.
No, but I do call people heifers sometimes, like in these cases.
That's okay. That's okay.
If they're acting up, and I think.
Yeah, that's okay. But what I'm talking about is like if somebody's up on panel, and I have a speech impediment sometimes if I have a migraine.
No, that's different. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know that I won't be there at night, but if I can't sleep, I might pop in. But you guys are always welcome over there.
Yeah. The nurse practitioner that I worked for when I went back to work temporarily, she used to call me a heifer. It was funny. She would say, "Heifer, did you hear me?" And I would be like, "You don't really want me to use the word that's coming to my mind right now." And she would start laughing. And she would text me stuff just to get me going. And so one day I just texted her back, "F you."
Usually I try to tell you, say F you without saying F you, like use
No,
big
no, no.
words.
I
And
just said, I just point blank said "f you," and she laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and yeah, because I had it. She kept calling me heifer,
yeah,
but she meant it as like a term of endearment. She called me heifer, and I was like, "F you."
yeah. Mhm.
So
You
that
know,
would make me
I'm
laugh.
really sorry that it didn't work out, but you tried. You know, you can say that you tried, and that's more than a lot of people do. You know, going back to work, you tried your very hardest, and that doesn't mean that things won't work out in the future. You know, you never know.
I know. I love being a nurse.
I know.
I absolutely love it. I love taking care of people. I love helping them understand their diagnosis and helping them to, come up with a game plan and things like that. But God has other plans for me, and that's okay.
Mhm. Absolutely. And you know, we all Trista wrote something in Discord the other day that said that we're alive at this time and place for a specific purpose, and that he had our plan wrote out for us before we were even born and things like that. And so just because you don't work at that job doesn't mean that you can't help people in other ways, or that in the future that you can go back to doing that, you know?
Yeah. Someone asked about doing a nursing job by phone. It's the stress of the job period that triggers my side effects from my stroke. Um,
Yeah.
it's the Vanessa. I'd be happy to. I love taking care of people. But it's the stress that triggers it, and
Look what
we're
Trista
just having to
said.
take it.
She said, "Hun, you're doing good work here as well. You are helping people here just in a different way." That's absolutely right.
Thank you, Trista. I needed to hear that more than you know.
Yeah.
I really did.
And if you guys listen to some of our streams from last year, you can tell that Case has come a long way with her speech. I can tell when her head's hurting just by the way that she's speaking, and it has gotten a lot better.
It has. Just so that you know, the migraines are flaring up again, and there is. My husband has been talking to me about taking me back to Texas to see my surgeon. I'm kind of voting against it because it is so expensive. But um, he
Well,
wants
that's
what's
not the
best
only
for
reason.
me.
You have to consider everything, you know.
Yeah, you have to consider everything, but I'm just, uh, if he does more surgery, it causes more scar tissue. Scar tissue
Yeah.
causing more adhesions, which can lead to more migraines. It's just a continuous circle. There was some talk at one point about if I kept on having trouble I might need a complete nose reconstruction.
Yeah.
So, guys, just,
Well,
just
you're
pray for my family, please.
yeah. And tomorrow you're getting your Botox, so that might help. We have to think positive. That will help.
That's very true. I go in the morning at 7:30 my time for my Botox. I've done Botox before for migraine, so let's just pray that this helps get them back under control.
Mhm. Did you guys see our new avatars that we made? I was playing in Canva
Oh
yesterday.
God, did you see that when Jennifer put case? I can hear the zippers in her drawer. I got Bluetooth in there. I'm sorry, guys. Can y'all really hear it? I'll turn it off if you can.
No, it's all right. It's all right. At least you don't got shoes. You don't got shoes in there.
No, I wouldn't put shoes in there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Mo made our avatars.
Yeah, I was just playing around in Canva yesterday and made this one, and that looks kind of like me, but I look good with a T at the end, so Canva didn't do as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's close. So I made me one, and then I thought, well, I'll make Case one too. And so we're just changing it up, you guys. But anyways, I love you guys, and be looking for oh no. Music City Mom said, my husband blacked out at church yesterday. Thank God there are several very strong men to catch him before he hit the floor. Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Music City Mom. We will definitely be praying for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is hard. At least it did happen there, though, and not at home with just you guys. That would have been so scary.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Guys, I don't want to go too much in depth in it, but if you guys could do me a favor just sometime, if you're needing something to fall asleep to or whatever, go over some of my older videos and watch those. And that's all I want to say about that.
All right. I love you guys. And if you have any suggestions for anything that you all want to do next time, just email us, and I'll be looking for new stories for next week for us. And you guys send me suggestions too. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later, okay?
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.